Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Assessment Analytics, Inc., I'd like to welcome all of you to our 5th Mental Health Awareness Webinar. 5 years na namin pala ginagawa to. And over the past 5 years, this annual event has been our way of keeping the conversation on mental health alive, reminding ourselves that well-being is not only a personal thing, but a shared responsibility. Today, we focus on a topic that deserves greater understanding and empathy: post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Many people associate trauma with major life events only, but it can also stem from experiences that deeply shake our sense of safety and control. So this session gives us the chance to learn, reflect, and understand how we can better support those who carry such invisible burdens. So we're honored to have with us an expert who has devoted much of her life to advancing psychology education and mental health advocacy. Dr. Donna Carbonilla is a registered psychologist, psychometrician, and a certified family coach and counselor. She recently retired as Dean of the Institute of Psychology at the University of Makati, and she has led numerous initiatives in counseling, assessment, and academic leadership. She continues to share her expertise through consultancy work in various organizations and remains a passionate advocate for mental wellness and healing. So it is a privilege to have her with us today. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Donna Carbonilla.
Thank you very much, Carol, for that wonderful introduction. I miss you na. We've not for a long time.
Friends for a long time, but don't tell them how long
Yeah.
because they will guess our age, Donna. Okay.
Yes. But time really is very precious. All right. So thank you very much. And so today we're going to tackle one of the most common disorders, no, recently, especially with recent events. Okay. Maybe one of you are experiencing this, or maybe some of your family members or your coworkers that you are not aware of. So this is post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, so what really is post-traumatic disorder? So I can see my slides. Okay. Okay, can you see my slides now?
Yes.
All right. So, given the 30 minutes, no, the 30 minutes time, medyo yung basic lang ang ating di-discuss, no? So, post-traumatic stress disorder, ano ba talaga to? What is post-traumatic stress disorder? Okay? So, what is this? No? All right, can you see the images there? So, these are some events, very terrifying events that may happen to someone. Okay? And so, speaking about post-traumatic stress disorder, so by the word stress, ano ba ibig sabihin nito? What does stress mean? So, have you ever experienced stress in your life?
Yes.
Yes,
Always.
always, di ba? So
Yes.
every moment of our life we experience stress actually, no? So the moment we adjust to a different situation, we experience stress. From the moment we wake up in the morning, we experience stress. Bakit? Minsan, kadalasan, no, we experience having trouble getting up in the morning. So, we're stressed. gigising na ba ako o hindi pa? No, mamaya pa o ngayon na? Okay, pagtayo mo, maliligo na ba ako o hindi pa? Okay, anong kakainin ko, anong susuotin ko? So those are stressful moments, no? And a stress is a state of worry or mental tension caused by a difficult situation. Okay, so what are the common questions about stress? Okay. So we experience stress every moment, no? And is stress really negative or positive? Okay. So stress is not necessarily negative. There are good stress and bad stress. What are good stress? So pupunta ka sa isang kasalan, for example, no? And you are worrying about kind of dress to wear. That is stressful. What bag to bring with you. Okay, so that is stressful, but that is a positive stress. For example, you're going to meet your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, no? This may be stressful, but that is a positive stress because once you meet your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend, you experience a pleasant emotion. Okay? So how does stress affect us? So in your experience, how does stress affect you? Okay? So there are many ways the way stress affect us. Okay? So without stress, we are not we don't get to be motivated. So most of the time, we need stress to be motivated, no? So para magawa mo yung trabaho mo, you need to beat the deadline. Without the deadline, easy-easy ka lang, no? So hindi mo matapos yung trabaho mo on time. Okay, so kung walang mga consequences, wala ka ring action. So, and these deadlines, these timelines give us stress, but they make us productive. Okay? So dahil you want to impress your husband or your wife or your boss, nagpapakabuti ka, di ba? You make your work better every time. So that gives you stress. Nagbabasa ka, nag-aaral ka, nagre-research ka, and those are stressful activities, but they give you positive results. So stress, no, we need stress in our lives, a certain amount of stress to make us productive. But if stress paralyzes us, that's when it becomes negative. So, yan ang effect ng stress sa atin. So, does everyone react to stress the same way? Okay, think of yourself. Okay, how do you react to stress? Some people react to stress medyo very sabihin na natin na overacting or what, pero stress, sometimes some people may find stress okay lang, no, kasi darating din yan at matatapos ko rin to. Okay, stressful but you have a positive outlook, but some may get paralyzed. So, hindi nila matapos yung what they have to do because of stress. Because of stress. Okay. So, instead na maging productive sila, nagiging, anong tawag yan, kinakabahan because of, dahil sa kaba-kaba na yan, ay hindi sila lalong nagiging productive. And what are the signs of stress? Okay, so every morning, sometimes when you get to work early, because you have an interview in the morning, anong nangyayari sa'yo? Okay, sometimes, imbis na mapaaga ka sa work or sa pupuntahan mo, natatagalan ka kasi balik-balik ka sa CR. Di ba? So, Meron siyang mga physical manifestations, meron din siyang mga emotional manifestations. So, you get confused, no? And physically, nagkakaroon ka ng nagpe-perspire ka ng sobra, or hindi ka mapalagay, no? Intellectually confused. All right. So those are the signs of stress. And how can we manage stress? So there are many ways by which we can manage stress, no? So nandito yung exercise, we resort to hobbies or positive activities, no? Right. For example, kung na-stress ka na, pwede ka magpunta ng SB, pwede ka manood ng sine, or you go to your friends to mag-unwind, gano'n. So, and you can do exercises, meditation, no? So, those are the ways we manage stress. And trauma, what about trauma? What is trauma? Okay. Trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience that can have lasting effects on an individual's mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Okay. So trauma can result from various events, no, such as accidents, natural disasters, abuse, or loss, and often leads to feelings of helplessness, fear, and a sense of being overwhelmed. No? So, kanina nakita niyo sa pictures, merong mga accidents, no? Sobrang yung grabing aksidente. So, when I was in high school, uh, nabunggo ako ng kotse, no? When I was going to a classmate. And I had this trauma in no this trauma for a long time. Hindi ako makapag uh, hindi ako maka cross ng street alone by myself, no? So natatakot ako because of the trauma. Okay, so yung mga batang may abused, no, abused or uh, physically or sexually, they experience trauma. Okay? Yung mga naka-experience ng flooding or victims of earthquake or even yung loss, no? Halimbawa, bata ka pa, nawalan ka na ng mother or father, and so lumaki ka walang mother or father, so that may be traumatic for you. Or you witnessed uh, a a uh, shooting incident, ganon, or a an accident. So those may be traumatic experiences for you or for an individual. So trauma is an experience. Okay, the experience of trauma is highly subjective, no? Katulad din ng stress. What may be traumatic for one individual might not have the same effect on someone else. Paano ito? For example, uh, for example, um, namatayan ka. Okay? Or, sabihin na natin, okay, sa flooding, okay, binaha ka, nasira yung bahay mo, no? You got traumatized kasi yun lang yung that's what you have, no? Pero yung kapitbahay mo hindi sila masyadong na trauma. Why? Kasi meron pa silang ibang kabuhayan, meron pa silang ibang bahay. So different cases, different ways, different effects, no? Different persons, different effects because of the background and also their previous experiences. Okay, so impact can manifest in various ways, no? So when you have trauma, usually you experience flashbacks. Ano ba itong flashbacks? Yung meron kang ginagawa. So for example, no, you're a victim of violence, no? For example, kunyari, meron siyang ginagawang iba, okay, while doing ordinary activities at home or in school, bigla na lang papasok sa isip nila yung nangyari, yung violence and experience nila. So, those are flashbacks. So, bumabalik-balik yung images, no, ng experiences. And then, anxiety. What is anxiety? Lahat tayo naka-experience din ng anxiety. But sometimes, something is bothering us, pero hindi natin alam. Anxiety na pala yun. Okay? So, hindi tayo makakain, hindi tayo makakoncentrate, hindi makafocus because you are anxious. Or depression. No? Depression, um, wala kang ganang magtrabaho, wala kang ganang lumabas, wala ka nang ganang gawin yung mga dati mong ginagawa. Okay? So, nalulungkot ka. Depression. Okay? Or because of trauma, naapektuhan din yung relationships. For example, namatay ang anak nyo. Okay? Namatay ang anak nyo and naapektuhan yung relation. Meron mga ganon, di ba? So, dahil namatay yung baby nila, parang hindi na sila makamove on, pati yung relationships ng mag-asawa, naapektuhan. Okay. So, that also happens in the workplace. So, kung meron kayong trauma sa boss mo, okay, napahiya ka, no, you got embarrassed, or something happened, no, in the workplace. So, hindi ka lang nagkaroon ng anxiety, pati relationship mo doon sa mga coworkers mo naapektuhan na rin because you lost your trust or nagiging paranoid ka na baka meron din silang iniisip against you. Yun, something like that. Okay? So, addressing trauma often requires a compassionate and supportive approach. And many find healing through therapy, support groups, or mindfulness practices. Okay, so whenever a person experiences trauma, it is important that he receives support. Kasi kadalasan sa atin, kadalasan din nangyayari, yung naririnig natin ngayon na nai-invalidate yung feelings nila. Okay, wala yan. Nasa isip mo lang yan. Okay, you will get over it. Ganon. So, anong feeling nung na-traumatize? So, nandun lang din yung feeling of confusion, no, anxiety, kasi walang nakakaintindi sa kanya. No support, no, from the environment. Okay? And there are also, that's why this is very important, not to support, to understand, be compassionate with people who experience trauma. Okay, and many may find healing through therapy. So marami naman tayong mga methods or techniques, no, therapeutic techniques na ginagamit recently to treat or to manage trauma. There are also support groups that help, no, people experiencing trauma. Like there are mental health psychosocial support system, no? PMHA, nandiyan ang PMHA, Philippine Mental Health Association, nandiyan yung Psychological Association of the Philippines. Siguro, I haven't heard, but the Philippine Psychiatric Association may also have support groups that go to different areas who experience, no, calamities. All right. And mindfulness practices, what are these? No, mindfulness practices. So that this is consciousness of our actions, no, conscious of where we are, what we're doing, okay, what are the consequences of these actions. Okay. And understanding and acknowledging trauma is a critical step in fostering resilience and recovery. So a person who receives support, no, at the onset of trauma may have the high likelihood of recovering soon, no? And they develop resilience, no? Okay. So knowing that you have somebody there to support you, to understand you, no, whenever you need something, alam mong nandiyan mayroong tutulong sa'yo, is enough for the uh, victim, no, to feel at ease. So these are some of the, no, some of the traumatic incidences. All right. So now mention ko na to kanina, no? Okay, so what is post-traumatic stress disorder? So post-traumatic meaning after the trauma, no? After the traumatic incidents, okay, what happens? Nangyayari itong post-traumatic stress disorder kapag yung taong na traumatized or naka-experience ng trauma does not get enough support or has the predisposition for PTSD. Yun yung mga nakaka-experience ng post-traumatic stress disorder. Ano to? No? So when the manifestations of trauma persists for more than a month or so, okay, this might be post-traumatic disorder already. So, pagka 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, hindi mo pa na-get over yung traumatic experience, you still experience the manifestations or the symptoms, then you have to go to a professional already. No? So, what is post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD? It is a mental health condition that is caused by an extremely stressful or terrifying event. No? So, kung nahulog ka sa hagdan, no, at nagamot ka, bumalik ka na sa dating trabaho mo, that is stressful. This might be traumatic kasi masakit, di ba? At saka maaaring nabalian ka for a while, pero nakaget over ka. Then, hindi siya umabot sa post-traumatic stress disorder. And who are commonly stricken by PTSD? So, siguro, tama yung hula nyo, no? Yung mga sundalo. Kasi, especially those who are exposed to combat, no? So, combat experience is very traumatic, this is extremely, no? Extremely terrifying, no? So, makakita ka ng mga kasamahan mo na namamatay sa harapan mo and you kill a person kung ano, ikaw, nakita mo mismo na ikaw ang yung nakapatay doon sa kalaban. So, how would you feel? Okay? So, kaya marami sa mga sundalo nakaka-experience ng PTSD. And so, the psychological services of the AFP conducts regular CISD to AFP personnel, no, in the field. They go to Holo, Leyte, Bohol, Zamboanga, no, to conduct critical incident stress debriefing to avoid no, to avoid the occurrence of PTSD. So maaga pa lang na a-address na nila uh, yung mga symptoms of trauma. Okay? So sino pa? Mga fire responders, no? Such as, and also as first responders such as police officers and firefighters. So, can you imagine, no, a firefighter trying to save an elderly, no, pero hindi niya inabutan kasi inabot na siya ng, no, ng apoy. So, and a police officer who uh, who who are exposed to violence, no? So yung mga pagpatayan, they have to respond to these situations. So they are prone to PTSD, to trauma, okay? And survivors of abuse or violent crimes and calamities. Okay, so those who experience vi- uh, kat- sexual or physical abuse, no, crimes and calamities, no. So it is essential to recognize that PTSD doesn't discriminate. It can affect people of all ages and backgrounds. So, mayaman ka man, mahirap ka man, bata, matanda, you can have PTSD. So, sabihin mo, bata pa yan, no? Baby pa lang yan, or toddler pa lang yan. So, wala yan, makakalimutan niya rin yan, no? So, you do not know. You do not know the effect of physical abuse, for example, to these children. Because later in life, doon magmamanifest yung anxiety, yung mga symptoms of trauma and PTSD. And what are the symptoms of PTSD? Okay. So, intrusive memories. Intrusive memories. So, pabalik-balik, no? Parang gusto mo nang kalimutan, pero wala eh, pabalik-balik talaga siya. So, what are these? No? Unwanted, distressing memories of a traumatic event that come back over and over again. So, ayaw mo na siyang maalala, pero talagang dahil na-experience mo siya eh, at napakalaki ng epekto, napakabigat ng epekto sa iyo nung event na yon. Okay. For example, nakita mo yung magulang mo na nabagsakan ng pader, no? Dahil sa earthquake, right? So, parating babalik-balik sa iyo yung memory na yon na nakita mo. Eh, gusto man mo man kalimutan, pero ayun, kung babalik-balik siya, naalala mo pa rin parati. And reliving a traumatic event as if it were happening again, also known as flashbacks, no? So, yung flashbacks parang pagka naalala mo siya, nararamdaman mo ulit yung kung gaano ka natakot, gaano ka kinaba, o gaano ka ah, na stress, kung gaano ka na horrify nung sitwasyon na yun. So, nararamdaman mo ulit. Okay? So, that's one of the uh, right? And then upsetting dreams or nightmares about a traumatic event. So, baka kayo, no? So, bakit kaya pabalik-balik, no? Pabalik-balik yung dream na yon sa'yo na it appears to be a nightmare, no? Pagka nagising ka, talagang parang hindi ka makahinga, ganon. So, um, that is really very terrifying. And then severe emotional distress or physical reactions to something that reminds you of a traumatic event. Okay, so, uh, okay, for example, uh, ito medyo ano lang, very light. Or pero para sa iba hindi naman ano. For example, nag-break kayo ng boyfriend mo, ng girlfriend mo, or naghiwalay kayo ng asawa mo. Okay. So, every time na makikita mo yung place na nagpupunta kayo, where you had very pleasant memories, you feel severe emotional distress or physical reactions na andon, kumakabog-kabog na naman yung dibdib mo, tapos nanginginig ka, and then naluluha ka o pinagpapawisan ka. So, yon, no? Isa yon sa mga symptoms. Or for example, uh, you were robbed, or sabihin na natin na yung you met an accident, no? You met an accident and you were traumatized, and it had an effect on your physical well-being, na ano ka na uh, nabaldado ka or something, and then so that has become very traumatic, and every time na nakikita mo yung place na yun, so you experience this symptoms. Avoidance, no? So pagka pinag-uusapan yung experience mo with your boss, for example, where you were humiliated, were humiliated, okay, ayaw mong pakinggan yun, or ayaw mong pag-usapan yun, kasi it it brings back the pain, no, or the embarrassment, and the traumatic feeling that you had during that time. Or maybe the separation, no? Ayaw mong pag-usapan. Or yung experience nyo sa during flooding or the calamity. Okay. Staying away from places, activities, or people that remind you of a traumatic event. Alright. So balikan natin yung hiwalayan. Okay? So naghiwalay kayo ng asawa mo or ng girlfriend mo, ng boyfriend mo. Ngayon, tuwing makikita mo yung isang place na parati ninyong um, pinupuntahan, so you experience the symptoms. Okay, ganun din yung mga tao, di ba? Yung mga taong parating yung kasama, okay? Or yung mga children, no? So, this is a reality. Minsan, ang yung mga bata na pagbubuntunan. So, instead of confronting the situation, you stay away from the places, activities, or people that remind you of a traumatic event. Okay, negative changes in thinking and mood. Okay, so pag-iiba ng pag-iisip. Okay, negative thoughts about yourself. All right? So minsan, okay, so let's talk about the no, the trauma if you experienced or because of abuse or abuse, no? So a person who is abused sexually or physically may have negative thoughts about himself, no? Ah, wala akong kwenta, or masama ako, or madumi ako. Okay? Or lahat ng mga lalaki masama, no? Lahat ng mga bagay na no, your negative, your attitude towards the people around you change also because of your experience. And then ongoing negative emotions of fear, blame, guilt, anger, or shame. So, katulad nung kanina, sinabi ko negative emotions of fear. So, every time nakakakita ka ng tao, kamukha nung nag-abuse sa'yo, uh, natatakot ka, no? Or yung places na uh, maaring mangyari sa iyo yun ulit, ay kinatakutan mo. Or you blame yourself, no? Or blame somebody else. And then, probably a guilt feeling, okay? Kasi kasalanan ko. Okay? Kasalanan ko, nasunugan kami kasi naiwanan ko yung yung plancha na nakasaksak, o yung kandila na naka-light, or galit o shame, no? So, ito yung mga experiences mo. Okay? Changes in thinking and mood. Okay, dati naman hindi ka naman ganon. Okay? So, memory problems including not remembering important aspects of a traumatic event. For example, na-aksidente ka, no? Hindi mo na, and then being interviewed, or being asked, ano ba talaga nangyari? So, merong mga parte ng incident hindi mo maalala. So we call that uh, selective amnesia, no? Kasi why? Why does it happen? Hindi mo naman kagustuhan yon. That's unconscious, but that's your way, that's your system's way of protecting yourself from pain and trauma. Okay? Okay, feeling detached from family and friends. Okay. So, because of situations, no, na nangyari sa iyo, instead of being closer to your family, nagde-detach ka sa family mo and your friends. Okay? And not being interested in activities you once enjoyed. Dati mahilig ka mag-party, dati mahilig ka sa uh, um, mga outdoor activities, but because of the accident or probably an assault in the past, uh, you're no longer interested in doing those activities. No? A, having a hard time feeling positive emotions. So have you experienced this kind of people na wala na silang maramdaman na mabuti? Puro negative na lang. Wala nang mababait, wala nang mabuti, wala nang maganda. Ano pang maganda dyan? Para ano pa na mag-aaral ako? Para ano pa na makikipagkita ako sa mga kaibigan ko? Para ano pa, no? So, wala nang magandang maisip o maramdaman. Okay? And then, feeling emotionally numb. Oh, neither good, wala kang maramdaman na mabuti or masama. Basta wala lang. Okay, for example, meron akong na ex, uh, na encounter before na namatayan, no? Pero ililibing na, wala pa rin siyang maramdaman. Hindi niya malaman, hindi siya makaiyak, hindi siya nalulungkot, hindi siya masaya. Or wala nang maramdaman, no? So emotionally na, okay? Kahit ano pang mga ikwento mo, walang reaction yan. Okay, changes in physical and emotional reactions. Okay, ano-ano ba yon? Being easily startled or frightened. Okay, so meron ka na bang experience na meron ka lang tinapik na kaibigan mo or coworker mo, biglang nagulat o biglang nagsisigaw? So, this person might be experiencing PTSD. Always being on guard for danger. Okay? So, niyaya mo, halika, punta tayo doon sa punta tayo sa park. Ay, wag. Kasi baka may mga baka may mga masasamang tao. Okay. Ayoko pumunta doon sa ganun. Ayokong gawin ito kasi baka, alam mo na yun, baka madisgrasya tayo. Things like that. Okay. Self-destructive behavior such as drinking too much or driving too fast. Okay, so merong mga taong ganito, meron akong na-encounter na ganito, wala siyang pakialam kahit maaksidente siya eh. Kasi wala na siyang meaning, wala nang meaning yung life niya. So kahit mamatay siya, okay lang yan. No? So, signs of PTSD. And then trouble sleeping. No? Hindi makatulog. Okay? Trouble concentrating, no? This is very common. Okay? Hindi maka-concentrate sa trabaho o sa pag-aaral or kahit na simple task. Okay? Irritability, angry outburst, or aggressive behavior. Okay, dati naman hindi naman siya mainitin ng ulo, okay, or aggressive, pero ngayon iba na siya. Okay? So physical reactions such as sweating, rapid breathing, fast heartbeat, or shaking. So, all right. So post-traumatic stress disorder is a mental health condition that can arise after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. Okay? So, origins of PTSD. So, ano ba yung mga nasabi na natin kanina, no? So these events can significantly exceed an individual's capacity to cope, resulting in overwhelming feelings of fear, helplessness, and horror. No? So yung mga ito, hindi na kinakaya ng uh, yung coping mechanisms ng mga tao. That's why they experience PTSD. Okay, so other factors. Genetic predisposition. Merong mga pamilya na talagang mahina yung naturalesa, no? Sabi nila, mahina yung naturalesa. They are predisposed to uh, PTSD. So, konting yung maka-experience, yung mga nakaka-experience ng mga traumatic events, terrifying events, madali silang maapektuhan, and it takes them really too long before they can cope with it. And sometimes it leads to uh, mental illness na. Childhood trauma. Okay? Childhood trauma. Kung naka-experience ka ngayon ng very terrifying or intense experience, meron ka ng childhood trauma. So parang sakit, parang sugat lang yan eh. Parang may sugat ka na nga, nasugatan pa ulit, lumalim pa yon. So, kaya they lead to PTSD and presence of other mental disorders. So, meron ka na nga anxiety disorder, tapos nabaha ka pa o nalindol ka pa. So, ayan na, no? So, nagkaroon ka na ng PTSD. Alright, so no, it is important that to know that not everyone who experiences trauma will develop PTSD. Personal resilience, access to support systems, and timely interventions can all play crucial roles in reducing its onset. Understanding these factors is essential for both prevention and the implementation of effective treatments. No? So kung mayroon kayong nakita na tao or na-encounter na tao who is experiencing trauma, give them support. No? And then, provide access to support systems. No? Kung kailangan nila ng doktor, then tulungan nyo silang makahanap ng doktor. Kung kailangan nila ng psychologist, then go to help them access a psychologist, no? All right. So timely interventions can prevent the onset of or uh, the situation going to PTSD. Understanding these factors is essential for both prevention and the implementation of effective treatments. All right. So what are the treatments? Okay? Marami tayong treatments. So some people, okay na yung meron silang kausap. Meron somebody there to give them emotional support. Just a physical yung a a um, a tawag nito, just somebody there sa tabi nila na alam nila na whenever they need someone, andyan lang, no? But others need psychotherapy. I mean, professional intervention like psychotherapy, medication, and self-care strategies. Okay, so psychotherapy. Among the psychotherapy, we have cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT and EMDR or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapies. These two psychotherapies are really effective forms of therapy for PTSD. Okay? So eye movement uses bilateral stimulation such as guided eye movements, no? Sa CBT naman, they help individual process and reframe negative thoughts related to the trauma. All right. And self-care, no? Self-care. So turuan natin sila ng self-care techniques, no? Mindfulness practices and regular exercise, food, no? Nutrition, okay? Na hindi nakasama dito, regular exercise, mindfulness practices, and of course, no, supportive network of friends and family. So, kaya yung mga talagang very close-knit family, supportive family, marami talaga kahit na anuman ang negative events sa buhay mo, if you have supportive network of friends and family, you are likely to heal easily. And no, it's essential for individuals suffering from PTSD to consult with healthcare professionals to tailor a treatment plan that suits their specific needs. All right? And final note, no? Mental health is a vital part of overall well-being, but is often overlooked. The World Health Organization emphasizes that there is no health without mental health, no? Sabi nga natin, naririnig na natin to even in elementary, a healthy mind in a healthy body. Mental well-being affects how we think, feel, and act in our daily lives. Okay? Growing recognition of the importance of treating mental health with the same urgency as physical health, no? Ngayon, meron na tayong talagang we recognize already the importance of mental health. Kaya binibigyan na natin ito ng urgency. That's why marami ng mga institutions naghahanap ng psychologists, kaya lang talagang hindi pa rin sila no? Hindi pa rin sila oriented kung saan sila hahanap, no? Encouragement of open conversations to raise awareness and understanding, efforts to break down stigma surrounding mental health issues. Okay, emphasis on providing access to mental health resources, goal of creating supportive environment for mental and emotional well-being. All right, so the Philippine Mental Health Law, okay, was enacted in 2018, which seeks to provide accessible and inclusive mental health care for all Filipinos. It integrates mental health services into all levels of the public health system and promotes education, awareness, and research in mental health. The law also safeguards the rights, dignity, and autonomy of individuals with mental health conditions, aiming to build a more inclusive and supportive society. So, what are your insights now? What are your realizations? Okay, so hindi ko nakikita yung mga chat box. Okay, so sana nakikita ko lang that. All right, so very important yung psychosocial support, no, family support, the professional support, and the environment. All right, but no, this is to emphasize the importance of our spirituality. There is a very high correlation between faith and mental health. So once a person is spiritually healthy or the spiritual well-being is high, there is a low tendency for mental health issues. So pray and strengthen your spirituality. Okay? So that's all for PTSD for today. Thank you very much. You have questions?
Thank you. Thank you, Donna. It's time for a few Q&A questions, but I'd like to start because last week I had a feedback session on the results of the assessment center. And in the discussion, her development areas were focused on one, being able to assert. She's a manager ha, pero yung boss kasi niya always shouts at her. So parang, so ang term nga niya, I feel crushed. My self-esteem is very low. Sabi niya, although she is still a performer, ha? High performer pa din siya. Kasi yung result din ng assessment niya, ang taas ng coping with pressures niya. And that's probably what is keeping her. Pero she really cried in the discussion. Kasi sabi ko, bakit kaya, personality-wise, she was very strong. Pero bakit may mga dimensions sa competencies niya nabababa siya. And
Mm.
and then she explained that it was really her boss that's limiting her from demonstrating her capability in
Mm-mm.
asserting herself, making decision, leading the team on her own kasi ang gusto ng boss niya lahat, dapat tatanungin muna, ikaw consult muna. So I don't know if it is also something related to trauma.
Mm-mm.
Kasi pag narinig na niya, nasabi ng boss niya na mag-coaching session tayo, ano na siya, parang nanginginig na siya.
Oo.
Oo. So parang, is it considered trauma? So I don't know. Kasi yung stress, alam na natin lahat yan eh. Di ba?
Yeah.
Everyday, traffic is a cause of stress.
Yes.
Deadlines is a cause of stress. Normal na yan. We eat stress
Oo.
every day. But this one, for me, is different. So I don't know what are your thoughts?
Mm-mm. Okay, so yesterday I said I am currently affiliated with an aviation company, counseling employees. Last week, I met a manager or his supervisor, and this person uh, graduated from a prestigious university. Obviously, he has high self-esteem and he's confident. But alam mo yon, he lost himself because of his boss. Because of his boss. And a lot of his coworkers or teammates have resigned except him because uh, he has a sense of mission. He feels a sense of mission. Okay? Uh, he he feels for the people, yung people under him. He's trying to to support and teach these people so that they can cope no with with the situation. Pero sa kanya it is really very traumatizing already.
So parang
And
trauma din
it is
yon.
already affected. It is really affecting him. And
Oo.
ang point is when a work when something when your work uh, already affects your mental health, then you have to make a decision. Because uh, definitely the relationship with the boss is already affecting his mental health. So, kaysa pa lumala, you have to make a decision. Kasi obviously, hindi naman niya
So yung decision is to seek professional help.
to seek professional help and to leave.
To leave.
Hindi na hindi na healthy eh. Kasi
Ah.
hindi naman magbabago unless magbago or somebody could help, could help the boss
Mm.
change
Mm.
or probably find another department.
Okay.
Kasi wala na siyang self-confidence,
Okay.
wala na siyang
So,
yung esteem
So,
niya.
ibig sabihin, yung post-traumatic stress disorder na yan can happen even at the workplace. Hindi
Yes.
kailangan ng flooding,
No.
fire, but it can happen even
It can
in
happen
our everyday
everywhere.
life. For us, if it's
Yes.
already affecting our mental health, then it
Yes.
is also a sign of post-traumatic
Already
stress.
post-traumatic
Okay,
stress. Already.
thank you.
All right.
There's a question. Are there preventive measures so as to avoid PTSD?
Ayun, sinabi natin kanina, let's surround ourselves with supportive friends, relatives, and coworkers. No? So let's make our environment healthy. And so when somebody gets stressed or experiences um, terrifying or intense experience, let's give our support,
Okay.
moral support to
Okay.
the
Kat, may question sa'yo.
Yes po. Thank you, Dr. Donna Carbonilla, for that thoughtful discussions. We just have a few questions lang po. For individuals who might not feel ready to seek professional help yet, what small steps can they take toward healing po?
Okay, what small steps? Meditation, meditation, uh, exercise, okay, and talk to a person he trusts.
Thank you po. Another po we have here, what are some effective treatment or therapy options available for those with PTSD?
Okay, so yung kanina na-mention ko, yung CBT, or Cognitive Behavior Therapy, EMDR, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapy, and talk therapy. No, some people can heal through talk therapy.
Thank you. Last question here. As a mental health professional, Dr. Donna, what message would you like to leave with those who may be silently struggling with PTSD?
Okay. What can we? All right. Unang-una, have faith. No? Trust God and trust the people around you. Okay. Find a person whom you can trust and who can understand. So, somebody who can encourage you, no, and give you strength, no, to finally seek help.
Okay. So another here po, Dr. Donna from our chat box from Roma Pangan. What are some practical coping strategies or self-care techniques that help alongside professional help?
All right. So, kanina sinabi natin, exercise. Okay. So, exercise brings out happy hormones. Okay. Exercise, meditation. Ano ba yung mga meditation? Mindfulness. Mindfulness is being aware of yourself, yourself, your feelings, your environment, no? The people around you and the consequences of your actions. Okay, and you listen to being aware of yourself is listening to yourself, diba? Listening to what you feel. So, and of course, proper nutrition. Okay? And healthy exercises and activities, no? Avoid excesses no sa food, no, in terms of food, and what else, yung basta mga healthy activities and healthy people around you.
Thank you po.
There are two more questions.
From Doris Romero, can we get the names of centers where those with PTSD can get help?
We can email siguro that one.
Yes, okay.
We can share it with all the attendees today. We'll give you a list and phone number of centers on mental health centers that you can call.
Yes.
Tapos there's another one.
Yes,
Maybe
another
last
one.
question.
Yes po. Last one from Miss Angel Herrera. How should coworkers respond if someone shares that they have PTSD?
Okay. Okay, sabi, PTSD. May PTSD ako. Sasabihin niya, may PTSD ako. Oh, I have PTSD. What made you say so? Can you tell me about it? Okay. Is there what's bothering you? Basta sabihin mo lang, tell me about it. No? And then you listen to what he says or what she says, and then reach out to a professional. Okay? Baka naman akala na lang niya may PTSD siya.
Hindi pala.
Pero
Okay.
wala pala. Pero of course, hindi mo sabihin na, hoy, ano ba yan? Wala naman eh. Of course, parati nating, don't invalidate, no? A person's feelings, thoughts, no? Kasi diyan tayo nagkaka-problema eh. Invalidated ako, hindi naman nila ako naintindihan,
So,
nakaka-cancel
so
ako.
ang best is, do you want to talk?
Do you want to talk?
Kasi kailangan ma-release, di ba?
Yes. Tell me about it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Tapos,
Alright.
paano mo sa kanya, pa-explain mo mabuti sa kanya. Then, avoid as much as possible commenting.
It's 4 o'clock.
No? Avoid
Okay.
commenting
It's 4 o'clock.
sharing your own, or sharing your own negative experiences. Kasi lalong kasi you know, the complaints of those people I listen to. Kasi it's very, sabi niya, I'm very thankful na merong ganito yung company namin. Kasi I'm able to talk with a professional, ganon na without judgment, ganon. At saka nasasabi ko lahat. Kasi pagka sa friend ko, o nga makikinig siya, pero mamaya sabihin niya rin yung problema niya. So paglabas na niya doon sa paghiwalay nila, nadagdagan yung problema. So huwag mo nang dadagdagan yung problema niya.
Oo.
Makinig ka lang. Kahit meron kang issue,
Let's
pakinggan
just
mo.
listen. Okay.
Just listen.
All right. I think it's 4
Okay.
o'clock. So thank you very much, Donna,
Okay.
for sharing with us insights on post-traumatic stress disorder. So your insights, whatever you shared with us, the practical tips, how to spot people who needs help. So, and to everyone, of course, who joined us today, thank you for taking the time to listen, learn, and reflect. We hope this session inspire all of us to be more mindful and compassionate, both towards ourselves and others. And before we close, we'd like to invite you to join us again tomorrow for another session in our mental health awareness series entitled Managing Stress and Taking Care of Our Mental Well-Being. So this will be another opportunity to learn practical ways to nurture balance and resilience in our daily lives. But then, of course, before we really officially close, let's have our photo op.